Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is John and I'm a full-time engineer and part-time creator. And I was surfing through the internet and found this little post about somebody getting scammed on the internet, especially Facebook Marketplace. And it just happened that I had this video scripted a few weeks ago about me getting scammed on the internet twice, but I haven't recorded the video, so that just reminded me, and so I decided to record this video. So recently I got scammed on Facebook Marketplace twice. One time I lost a little bit of money, and the other time I didn't because I figured out the scam before I did anything with it. Therefore, I'm going to tell you about my experience about getting scammed and some of the few things to look for in hope you don't end up like me and getting scammed. Though I did get my money back, spoiler alert, but it still was an experience for sure. So I'm going to tell you a story about how I got scammed into buying something that was not legit. This guy who has been quote friends with me on Facebook, and I don't even know how he became my friends. Therefore, if there are people on your Facebook friends list who you do not know, then you don't need to be friends with them. And he was a foreigner, reach out to me and say, hey, we have this store that we're launching and there are these products, and if you would buy them to get some traffic through our stores, I will refund you. You basically get these products for free and it's refund after shipping. It sounds pretty cool. I look up the address, it seems somewhat legit. The products are pretty nice. Personally, I'm gonna be honest, I got greedy when I saw the product and I ordered one item. He kept pushing me to order more and more and more, and I said, nope, I'm just gonna order one. In the back of my mind, I said, maybe I'm getting scammed, I don't know, but I'm handling it through PayPal, so that's okay. And that will go back to a different point later. So I went on and ordered this product, paid for it through PayPal. So this leads me to my first point. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. This guy sold me a product that does not exist in a store that did not really exist. In my mind, that seems legit, and I told myself, I was like, you're probably getting scammed. However, my greed got the best of me and I ordered one item. But he kept pushing me to order more and more and more. He said, I'll refund you, I'll refund you. And I was like, nope, I'm gonna try it out for one time and see if it's legit. If it is, then we'll talk. If not, then we're not. And I never got my product, and I could have lost my money. So here's my second story. Recently, I decided to sell one of the camera lenses that I don't use a lot anymore, and I posted it on Facebook Marketplace. In less than a few hours, I got 4 or 5 comments to reach out that wanted to buy the camera from me. And to cut the long story short, 4 of those were spam and 1 of them was legit. The reason I knew the one was legit was the guy reached out to me and we had a conversation and he added me as a friend. I guess he was checking out, make sure I was legit, and I was checking him out to make sure he was legit. He owns a business and all that. 4 of them tried to scam me, and here are a few things that kind of stood out to me, and that's how I knew I was getting scammed. 1, they never really bargained with the price for the lens, and they actually wanted to pay me more for it than I was asking for. Let's be honest, really, did we ever find anything online used and want to pay more for it than we really can pay for in the store? So that kind of echoes point number 1 that I made a while ago. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. And the reality of it is, when I try to find something online, buy something for cheaper, I really want to find it cheaper, especially since it's used. So if you're trying to sell a product and someone reach out and they're offering you more money than you asked for, that should raise a red flag to you as, hey, something's not right in this situation. Maybe you're just lucky. Here's what really raised the red flag for me. This individual reached out to me, wanted to know, 1, he said, hey, I will pay you more than you're asking. 2, he wanted my email as soon as possible so he could pay me. 3, he's paid me more than what I was asking for. He didn't really ask for the condition of the product. He didn't really ask how good of a shape it was in and all that. Now, I know that most of those things are listed, but I usually just ask to be sure. He sent me the money right away. And as I'm not a very trustworthy person to people on the internet since I've been scammed before, he was very trusting. He sent me the money. He said, hey, be sure to look for it. It's gonna come through PayPal and it might get caught in your spam folder. It's like he knew it was gonna get caught in the spam folder. So that raised a second red flag for me. So when I realized that he had sent me more money than I actually agreed to, I asked him, I said, hey, you sent me a little more money. Did you mean to? He said, oh yeah, I sent it to you to expedite it. Can you get it to me today? So then it hit me. I knew he was scamming me, but what really hit me was I went and looked at the email, looked at my spam folder, looked at the email, and turned out he had fabricated this whole email that looks like it's from PayPal, but his email address wasn't. It did say, we will not release the money until you ship them the product. So it has all the content of the PayPal email, except for PayPal has never done that because I've done a lot of business with PayPal. What they normally would do is they would put the money in your account, put you on a hold until you settle that through with your buyer or seller. So this situation was a little off. So in short, shopping online is a really good thing, especially when you're trying to find gently used products or things that you don't really necessarily need new. You want to get it used, try to save some money. So shopping online on places like Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and stuff like that is really not a bad deal. It's a good place to find something that's used, gently used, if that's what you're looking for, and you don't want to pay full price for it. But how do you keep yourself from getting scammed? So I made a video in the past, sometimes last year, talking about how to avoid getting scammed on Facebook Marketplace, but really how to not handle transactions on Facebook Marketplace because they don't really protect you. And I stand by that. Here are a few things that I came up with that can help keep you from getting scammed when you're shopping online. Nothing against Venmo, because I use Venmo a lot to do a lot of stuff, send money to friends and family. When these people who wanted to buy stuff from me mention that they only want to pay me in Venmo, that is definitely a no-no, and here's why. One of the most frequent things that people get scammed for on Venmo is they use a fake account. What I mean by that is they use a stolen credit card to pay you for a pricey item. Then, when the owner of the stolen card contact Venmo and say, hey, that's not an approved transaction, Venmo will just turn around and take money from your account and return it to them. They're not really concerned with the seller's protection. So that is one of the most frequent scam if you look online about Venmo. Venmo doesn't protect the seller. If you are gonna buy or sell something really nice and really expensive, do not use Venmo. That is mostly for friends and family who you pay for cutting your lawn, or you pay for lunch or something like that. A little bit of gas is okay. I'm a big fan of Venmo because there are no fees, but I wouldn't use it for a big business transaction. One of the ways that I found to best protect myself, even as a buyer or a seller, it makes me feel most comfortable, and it does cost a little bit of money, is to use PayPal. Goods and services only. In this mode, in goods and services, they guarantee that they're going to protect you, the buyer or the seller, from getting scammed. And they charge like a 1 or 2% fee, but on $100, $1 or $2, or $500 is $10, but it almost seems like it's worth it for the peace of mind to not getting scammed. They force the buyer to put in cash into the account, and then they transfer it to the seller's account, and then they hold that money until the seller ships the product, posts the shipping information, and then the buyer acknowledges receipt of the product. Then they'll release the money. If that doesn't happen or something goes wrong, and if PayPal happens to release the money early and you contact them and say, hey, I never got my product, then they will turn around and pay you back your money and charge the seller again and take that money away from them. If you're a new buyer or seller online, they allow you 21 days where they hold that money to make sure that everything is legit. So going back to that first story where I was getting scammed buying that thing online through that fake store. What happened was the store was fake, the seller was scamming me and got me to buy this $200 worth of something that never shipped to me. And I went on PayPal and I said, hey PayPal, I did not get my product, I got scammed. So they said, have you tried to resolve that with the seller? And I said, yeah. They ghosted me, I got scammed. So they returned my money to me in 5 days, and I don't know what they did with the seller. I hope they took the money away from them and shut their store and shut that email down. And this is the last point, and it's kind of a bonus point because I just came up with it, I just thought about it, is always use your credit card linked to a PayPal account instead of your debit card. Why? Because your credit card linked to the PayPal account is a second layer of protection. If someone's trying to scam you and PayPal doesn't handle it, you can contact your credit card company. They have some protections. That's why you use credit card instead of debit card, what comes straight out your bank account. And that way it also shields you for whatever reason. If somehow your PayPal account got hacked, it would be your debit card that's saved and your credit card that's got hacked. And credit card companies, because they charge you money, they are supposed to protect your account. Back to that second story where I was telling you the guy tried to scam me because he told me that he had sent me the money through PayPal. And I realized that he was scamming me, so I was messing with him back. So I messaged him. I said, hey, you pay me too much money. Can I send you the money back? He said, no, don't worry about it. you know, just keep that because I want it expedited. And I said, oh, this is weird. They're not releasing my money into my PayPal account like usual. And he said, oh, you got to ship me the product first and confirmed it, and then they'll release the money. And I said, oh, that's really weird. However, your email doesn't look like it comes from PayPal either because it's something. So then after that, he realized it was scam, so he just ghosted me. While shopping online is really nice, it's convenient, and is sometimes could save you a lot of money. Sometimes it could cost you a lot of money too, because if PayPal had not had PayPal protection, I would have lost $200 or $300 on that little product I bought. And if I didn't realize that this guy was scamming me for my camera lens, and I put my camera in a box and ship it, then I would have been out hundreds of dollars, because that's a pretty nice camera lens too, and I would never get my money because he would just ghost me. So those are some of the things that happens all the time online. If it's a $10 or $15 item and you can pick it up in person and you can check it out, that's what you should do. And Venmo is fine, cash is fine. If it's something that's going to be shipped and it's cheap and you feel like you can trust them, do a little recon on their profile and make sure that they are who they say they are. They have a friend history, they've been on Facebook for a while. Then you send the money. It's fine, because if not, you can go online and kind of blast them. But if it's something really nice and really expensive, the guy doesn't have a lot of history on Facebook, his profile was made in 2022 in January and he's got 3 pictures, that's probably a scam. And then if they are really in a hurry to pay you, that's probably a scam. If they want to pay you more than you're asking for, that's probably a scam. And if they can't wait for you to ship the item to them before they pay you, that's probably a scam. And if you do buy stuff online, I would recommend to use something that protects you, like PayPal instead of Venmo. You might lose $1, $2, $5, $10, but at least you have a peace of mind that, hey, it's coming. Anyways, I hope that some of these points help you, and I hope it keeps you from getting scammed, because I know I wouldn't want it, and I do not like these scammers. So share this video to help your friends and family so they don't get scammed. If you know that somebody got scammed, share this video with them. If you think somebody might get scammed, like your aunt, uncle, grandmother, share this video with them. And I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment with your story down below and see if it might help someone else. If you got scammed some other ways, it might help the next person not getting scammed. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.